Star Trek, Picard Season 3 was great, but it only had one true Star Trek moment. Picard Season 3 reunited Admiral Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart, with his Star Trek, The Next Generation crew for one last nostalgia-filled adventure. Picard and his crew saved the galaxy yet again, using the rebuilt USS Enterprise D to stop a Borg changeling plot to deal Starfleet a crippling blow. All the main TNG cast members returned, and thankfully, all of them made it out of the season more or less in one piece. Since its inception, Star Trek has always been about exploring strange new worlds and seeking out new life and new civilizations. After all, this goal is spelled out in the opening monologues of Star Trek, the original series, and Star Trek, The Next Generation. While most seasons of Star Trek feature their main cast visiting multiple new planets throughout a season, Picard Season 3 chose a different path. The season centers on its characters, showing how they have grown and changed over the past 20 years, and relies on returning villains and mostly familiar settings. Jonathan Frakes directed the most Star Trek moment in Picard Season 3, Episode 4. The Titan crew witnesses the birth of thousands of aliens. Star Trek, Picard Season 3 delivers many great character moments, but its quintessential Star Trek moment comes in Episode 4, No-Win Scenario. With the USS Titan A sinking into a gravity well in the Rhyton System Nebula, Admiral Picard and Captain Will Riker, Jonathan Frakes, prepare for the worst. However, Dr. Beverly Crusher, Gates McFadden, notices a pattern in the waves coming from the gravity well and determines that they are contractions leading to a birth. Her son, Jack Crusher, Ed Spaliers, rides one of these waves out of the nebula as its energy recharges the Titan. Picard, Riker, Beverly, and Jack put their plan into motion, ultimately making it out of the nebula. Before they fully emerge into open space, the nebula breaks apart, releasing thousands of jellyfish-like creatures that swim around the ship. It's a beautiful sight, especially after the rough day the Titan's crew has been having. Dr. Crusher underlines the moment by whispering, "To seek out new life, in wonder." The crew appreciates the alien creatures from a moment, before Riker suggests that they should boldly get the hell out of here, and the ship warps away. Picard Seasons 1 and 2 had more of Star Trek's signature mission. Picard and his friends seek out more new worlds in the show's first 2 seasons. Based on the criteria of seeking out new life and exploring strange new worlds, the first 2 seasons of Star Trek, Picard could be considered more Star Trek than the third. Throughout Picard's first season, Admiral Picard and his friends visited the vibrant Stardust City on Freecloud, the Romulan relocation hub on Vashti, and the home of the synthetics on Coppelius. These visits may not have been traditional away missions, but they allowed Picard and his crew to mingle with the locals and experience alien life on a different planet. In Star Trek, Picard Season 2, John de Lance's Q returned to test Picard yet again, sending the former Enterprise captain to an alternate reality where the xenophobic Confederation of Earth ruled the galaxy. Picard then reunited with his friends, and, with some help from the Borg Queen, Annie Wershing, they traveled back to the 21st century to prevent this dark future. After they succeeded in this mission, Picard encountered a new life form in the form of the benevolent Borg Collective, led by their queen, formerly known as Dr. Agnes Jurati, Alison Pill. Star Trek, Picard Season 3 was still the best season of the show. Picard Season 3 particularly appealed to fans of TNG. While Star Trek, Picard Seasons the first and the second of may have explored more strange new worlds than the show's third season, Picard Season 3 still reigned supreme. Picard's first 2 seasons had plenty of Star Trek elements, but they focused too much on complicated storylines and not enough on strong character work. Picard Season 3 not only brought back one of Star Trek's most beloved casts, but it also understood its characters better than its first 2 seasons. The storyline of Picard Season 3 was interesting, but it was ultimately the characters and their complex relationships that made the season great, from Jean-Luc's reunion with Beverly and his meeting his son to Data's, Brent Spiner, revival and reunion with Commodore Geordie LaForge, LeVar Burton. Star Trek, Picard Season 3 gave Trek fans what they wanted. The season capitalized on Star Trek, the Next Generation's popularity and the nostalgia associated with it, but still delivered a solid story in its own right. Star Trek, Picard's final season may not have explored as many strange new worlds or sought out as much new life, but it still felt like Star Trek in the best way.